Hi everyone, once again welcome back to my channel. So I've been getting many doubts regarding the newspaper, which one to go for, what topic should we cover, how much time should we spend. So these are mainly the doubts I'll be covering in this newspaper. The first is, why should we read the Hindu or the Indian Express in UPSC Preparation? Now see, there are some factors that I'll be comparing between the two newspapers, and then you can decide which one works best for you. The first is front page. Second is state news. Third is editorial, text and context, world and economy. You'll get all these solutions in just one video, so keep watching. So now moving on with the video, we'll be covering the front page. That is, you can see the Hindu covers mainly the national as well as some international topics also, which are of major importance. We know the president, elections, and the investment related even to SC guidelines. They are quite important for us. Hence, the Hindu covers these things in detail in the front page. While on the other hand, you can see that the Indian Express hasn't covered much, though there are some international news as well. But for our UPSC preparation, it hasn't covered really much details. Now moving on to the next parameter, that is the state news. We can know the importance of SC guidelines or HC and their judgments for our preparation. We have to enrich our answers to these judgments and stay currently tuned and updated what is going on in the country, and we can see that the Hindu has covered them rightly well. Even related to certain states' problems, we should know what is actually the problem. While on the Indian Express, you can see there are no SC guidelines or no judgments which are of major importance. These are just regional local problems which we can skip or have a look at them, but not so much important. Now moving on to the next parameter, that is the national news. Since being a citizen of a country, it becomes very important for us to know our national news. That what are the challenges or the problems or the outcomes or achievements that the country is gaining. The Hindu has covered these rightly. For example, related to MSP, agriculture, some of our famous celebrities, what was their contribution to our nation. Hence, the Hindu covers all these things really nicely. You can have a look at. On the other hand, the Indian Express has also covered, but mainly there's so much of advertisements and everything that it makes it less relevant to focus on this part of the Indian Express. So for this point, I would like to give it to the Hindu. Now moving on to the next parameter, and that is editorial. We can see that the Hindu has covered 3 to 4 topics in a very detailed manner. You can use this information for your answer writing and even practice them as MCQs. They are general basic guidelines which also can help you build a nice character. They can help you getting moral values also. While on the other hand, looking at the Indian Express, it has just majorly covered a topic at a very large scale. Reading so much is not so required. Just getting the highlighted points is sufficient. So for this point, I would like to give it to the Hindu. Now let's move to our next parameter, the explained page. Over here, the Hindu has given a detailed analysis of the international organization, as we can see, which is nice and important for our mains answer. You never know this question comes, so having a look at it is okay. But on the other hand, the Indian Express has mentioned 2 to 3 problems that we are facing, and hence it becomes important for us to have a look at it. I would suggest you to read this page of the Indian Express and use these points in your UPSC preparation. So for this point, I would like to give it to the Indian Express. Now let's move to a second last topic, that is the world. The world questions also comes in UPSC, be it prelims or mains. Thus having an understanding of the world is actually facing becomes very important for our preparation. In our Hindu newspaper, we can see that it has covered 4 to 5 topics. For example, put in an emergency and everything. So having a look and reading them becomes important for our preparation. While the Indian Express has also covered some topics, though they are a little old because we have been studying these topics from a very long time now. But however, you can have a look at it also. Now let's move to our last page, that is economy. So for economy, I think both of them have covered the topics really very well. We know the importance of economy in our preparation, be it for prelims or MCQs. Hence, it becomes very important for us to know the RBI judgments or the GST or the cryptocurrency, which is quite trending. So for this point, I would like to give it to both of them. Have a look at it, and whichever fits or suits you the best, you can go for it. So these are some topics which I have compared both the newspapers, and you yourself can decide which one works best for you. So stay tuned with us. Thank you and subscribe.